vote with liberty and justice for all.
So, I forgot it. Are you good? Okay. Okay, so we, had closed session at 5:30, and for item number, 1, direction was given to, the negotiator, and, for number 2, litigation pursuant to paragraph 4 of subdivision D of section 54956.9, direction was given to the city attorney. And so, do we have any changes that are needed for the agenda? Do you approve the agenda? Any public comment? No? Approval? Is a motion?
Move approve, go ahead.
I'll motion.
And I'll second.
To approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so next we have staff updates. Is there any, we have anyone on the council have questions about staff update? No?
No.
Monica?
No.
No? Okay.
I read these.
Okay, move on to council updates. I will start with, council member Matilde.
Went to a CPPA meeting, and they are in negotiations of their contract with Dennis Dickman, and also just updating their contracts in regards to PG&E and new hookups. They have, what is it, new fire station that's being built in Moke Hill. So that will have a new hookup.
I went to the ACPA meeting this morning and the coffee time, and I think the most interesting thing is the food trucks are going to be coming once a month throughout the summer, so in Utica Park, and so that should be exciting.
Yeah.
And there'll be music and all that.
That'll add to the farmer's market.
Yes, it will.
So, that's nice. I, last month attended LAFCO, and this month we will be going over this, sphere of influence for CCWD. So, I don't know how much staff is interested in that, but we'll be going through a pretty big packet. So if you want that, let me know. I can get it to you. And then, I forget the date now, the 19th of last month, I attended the league down in Sacramento, and that's when the governor made his announcement about the SB1 on the transportation. And then I also met with staff out of Berry Hill's office. So there was a group of us that talked to him about rural city issues, like the hookups, the second home hookups, granny houses, I guess you could call them, and the impact to smaller cities and various issues. And that is all I have to update. Okay. We'll move on to public comment. This portion of the meeting is reserved for persons wishing to address the council on any matter not on the agenda. State law prohibits the city council from acting upon matters not listed on the agenda. Is there any public comment? No? Okay. So consent agenda. So we have 3 items. Approval of the minutes for April 4th, approval of the minutes for April 18th, and adopt resolution number 1717, approving the road closure of State Route 49 downtown. Is there anyone that wish to pull any of these items?
On C,
Okay.
I did have a question in regards to the time.
Did you want to pull?
Yeah, you just-
Okay, let's pull that, so let's pull that one.
Yeah.
And then, do we have a motion to approve A and B? Or is there public comment? No? Okay. A motion to approve A
Yeah, I'll
and B?
move, accept, yeah, of the, of A and B of the consent agenda.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so she, what is your question?
Just, I had a question in regards to the designated time. It says on the last page, whereas this closure will temporarily impede and restrict the free passage of traffic over State Highway Route 49 between Vallecito Road and Bret Hart Drive from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m.
Correct.
So it's going to be an all-day closure, basically?
Right, it will be all-day closure, and they have detours on both ends.
Okay.
And we've got a traffic plan that's set up for them, so it's, and Caltrans has approved, it's the same traffic plan, and they've approved it for the last 3 years, so I don't see them disapproving it
Okay.
this year.
I just wanted to make sure,
Yeah,
I
it's okay.
I read that, I thought, all day?
Yeah, it's all day.
So, okay, just wanted to make sure. That's my big question. That's it.
Any other question? No? Okay, is there a motion to approve, C?
So move.
I'll motion, or did
I
you?
moved.
Did you?
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now on to the regular agenda. Item number 1, water conservation requirement.
Okay, good evening. This is kind of good news. We get to end the water conservation requirements that were mandated by the state. Back in January 2014, the governor declared by emergency that there was an executive order for a 25% conservation. We followed up in May, or June of that year. They actually didn't figure out what they were doing until May with the resolution that had a kind of a bailout that when the executive decision was rescinded, then this resolution would be rescinded. Then it got a little further stricter later on, and we did a council directive. So right now, all we have to do to get out of the water conservation is have an agreement with the council. And so that's the item before you tonight. As a little bit of a, how did we do? When we started this conservation in 2014, we conserved about 18%. The next year, in 2015, we did really well. We conserved 30%. And then last year, we were only down to 23%. Overall, over those 2.5 years, we conserved an average of 22%. But you also have to understand, during that time, we had the Butte Fire, which tapped a lot of water from us. And we actually cleaned up a lot of the water distribution, water treatment, and we ended up producing just about the right amount of water without so much losses. So we really did exceed our 25% if we ever figured out the real numbers. But the conservation is not completely over yet. The state will be making some new rules, and I'll probably be back to you guys with some sort of something, whatever they decide we're going to do. But in the meantime, with our existing rules, our existing policies, we're in good shape. One of the things that happened during this drought is everybody stepped to the plate with some rebates, which included us. We have a rebate program for many things. But there's other rebate programs available. Tuolumne County Resource Conservation District is stepping up with some rebates for toilets and shower heads. And I just want to get these words out because they're good advantages. ATCA, Amador Tuolumne Community Action Agency, has just got also a grant where it's income-based. And if you're on the lower end of the income, they will provide these items installed for free. So in the future, when they get that policy, or when that program gets started, I'll be bringing that information back to you. So overall tonight, it's just a direction from the council is all I need.
I guess the only real question I have is how is this information about the rebates getting out to the public? Is it going in their bill, or is it going to be on the website? Just so the citizens know that they can still participate in it.
We have ours on the website.
Okay,
Tuolumne County Resource Conservation District, while it's Tuolumne County, does do the watershed area on this side, and they're trying to contact all the water agencies.
okay.
And then the ACPA? I forget how to say that acronym.
Yeah,
They're just starting. They just got their
Okay.
grant a few weeks ago.
okay,
So they haven't even started telling anybody that yet, but it's coming.
okay. Anyone have a question?
Can we put this information on the water bill?
Yeah, we can do
Make sure that it gets on there?
2 or 3 lines. And I think this last water bill that's going out, I suggested something to that effect, but there was other messages that may have gotten on there.
Okay.
I don't know what it was. The final message was.
Any question from the public? No? Okay. So with that, is there a motion to approve, where's the number on it?
There's no resolution. it's
resolution.
just-
Oh, there's
The
no-
resolution.
Okay.
It's just we
Yeah.
want your concurrence.
Okay, so
Just a
either,
concurrence.
I move to approve the lifting of the conservation requirements for the water.
I second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we are on to calendar.
So quick. Tomorrow at 5:30 is the Calaveras Council of Governments at the Supervisor Board Chambers. 10 o'clock, no. On the 11th at 6 PM is the Planning Commission. The 14th is Mother's Day. The 15th is LAFCO at 6 o'clock. and-
That might change.
Okay. May change. And that's all I have till we're back here on Tuesday.
Okay, with that, we were adjourned.
You should do this all the time.
I know.